Welcome to Creating Disney Magic, Lessons in Leadership, Management, and Customer Service. I'm your host, Jody Mayberry, and I'm sitting here with Lee Cockerell. We're right here in his office. We've recorded from Lee's office before. This is the first time we have recorded video in Lee's office. So this is a first, Lee, our first live podcast that is also video. We were a little slow adapting to video, and if you're listening to the audio only version, it doesn't matter. But we have moved into also putting these on YouTube. So we thought, well, let's record in person, so we don't have our normal handheld microphones. We've got these new microphones we're using. So Lee, it's so good to be in Orlando.
I'm glad you're here and in my famous office, which my wife never comes into. Yeah.
You can put anything in here and she wouldn't know.
Exactly. There's too much Disney in here. It's everywhere. So, yeah. Good.
Well, Lee and I have been recording our newest course for the Cockerell Academy, all about the front line. Most of the Cockerell Academy focuses on management, perhaps all the way up to executive. This is the first time that we've really put something out there for the front line. And that takes us to what Lee wanted to talk about today.
Well, all the work we've been doing over the years, Jody says in 30 weeks we'll have 500 episodes or so coming up, and there's just a wealth of information in there about how to do this, how to do that, how to deal with serious situations in your life, how to deal with employees, how to deal with improving yourself to get ready for bigger responsibility. We got the Cockerell Academy, which we have people enrolling in. We have the Main Street Leader, which comes out every month, a subscription for $9.95 a month, we've done 28 of those editions now. So if you sign up for that, you're going to get a powerful lesson every month about how to be a better leader, better manager, better improve customer service, improve yourself. And one of the things I really worry a lot about is people just not following up and taking advantage of it. We even have sometimes people sign up and don't even use the site that they signed up for and are paying for. And I tell you, as I'm always talking about time management and how important it is to plan what you're going to do and to do things on purpose. And that's how you improve your life. Routine, making sure you're learning more every day, and you schedule that. And I hope all of you will think about, are you putting enough time against your learning, your knowledge, what you need to know to advance in the future, to have a better life, to have better health, to have better relationships with people, to know more about the business you're in, the basics. And I think what we're providing is education. And it's basic, it's not philosophy, it's reality, it's how to do it. And we're not just telling you what to do, we're telling you how you can do it, how you can implement it. And I hope that people who are not doing it will wake up and start scheduling time every day, even if it's only 30 minutes a day, to apply against learning more, knowing more, becoming a better person, a better manager, a better frontline employee with the new course we just developed for frontline people. Because frontline people, like when I started out, I didn't know anything. I wish I knew all the things we just did the course on back then, and maybe I would have done even better than I was able to do. But at the end of the day, if you don't know something today, it's your own fault. And so much is available online, on podcasts, reading, you taking the responsibility for developing yourself. And frankly, that's why you get ahead in life. People want to know what you can do for them, what you know, and they don't care where you're from, what your background is. They care about what can you do for me. And so don't misunderstand that you can go into an interview and you can talk about the things you learn on the Cockerell Academy, or the things you learn on the Frontline Employee course, or the things you learned on the Time Management course, that you can look somebody in the eye and say, the things I can do for you is I have a great attitude. You'll never have to worry about that, and I'm very reliable, and I get it done. And just those two things alone will put you ahead of most people in the world. So again, procrastination keeps people from doing it. People not believing in themselves. Most people underestimate what they can achieve in their life, what they underestimate the influence they have on other people. And this is all just about knowledge, experience, exposure, becoming more of who you want to be, and taking the time every day, just like, if you take 10 minutes to take a shower, take 10 minutes to learn something. Or if you just block it out of your day, or do it before bed, get into bed and do it, read for 30 minutes, look at something on your phone. Every day you should know more today than you did yesterday, especially about whatever you want to be successful in. And so we have a time management course on the Cockerell Academy. I guarantee it will teach you how to stay on top of the priorities in your life, how to get things done, how to be reliable. It'll help you with your health, with your relationships, with your knowledge, just about every area of your life, because really at the end of the day, how you spend your time is how you end up, how your life ends up. And as they say in life, you're not a product of your circumstances, you are a product of the decisions you make every day. And so you are right where you ought to be based on decisions you've made over the last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And if you want to have a better life and start to do better and to be better and to feel better, you need to start making better decisions. And that means you need to start to think about how you're using your time to take care of you and to make you better in every area of your life. And get over this concept of life just goes along and you hope everything works out and you wish everything works out and you pray everything works out. You've got to grab it by the horns. Improvement is incremental. It happens a little bit every day. If you start to learn a little bit every day, you're going to know a lot more in a year. If you know a lot more in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And that's what happened to me. I knew nothing when I got started, but I took courses, I listened to tapes, I observed, I had different jobs, I had different responsibilities, but I had those basics. I was reliable and I had a good attitude. And when my boss wanted something, it was okay, no problem, I'll take care of that. So, and I see that with our friends over at Magical Vacation Planners, by the way. They started that little business out of nothing. And today they got thousands of agents around the world. They're doing extremely well. Jamie and JJ Eubanks, it's incredible what they've done. They have focused on training their people. They have a beautiful office here where they bring agents in for training, teaching them how to be excellent, how to be great. And if you use them, you're going to find out that you're going to have kind of hassle-free vacations. When something goes wrong, they're going to take care of it for you, especially if you're going to Disney, which is very complicated now. You'll be happy you use them. And by the way, it doesn't cost you anything. They get all their commissions are built into the price from Disney and other organizations. They use the airlines or the cruise line, or actually, you don't have to use them for Disney. You can use them if you're going to Universal, or if you're going to SeaWorld, if you're going to New York City or Las Vegas or Hawaii. And you can reach them at 407-442-2694. 407-442-2694. And they're ready to take care of you. And I mean, they have the best attitude. I mean, Jamie is like, she started this from absolutely nothing. It was just an idea. And JJ too, he's an amazing guy, competitive, an ex-pro basketball player, played all over the world. He likes to win, and he likes to be thought well of. So go out and try to use them and see how you can improve your life. And by the way, you don't need the hassle of trying to plan a vacation. At Disney, you'll probably have a nervous breakdown if you try to do it because it's very complicated, and where you want to go, and what day you want to go, what time you want to go, and what you want to see. And you've got to plan your vacation just like you plan your life so it comes out great. So I'm telling you, stop not using the tons of resources that are around. Go check out the Cockerell Academy. Maybe for you, maybe it's not. Maybe if you can't afford that for $400 a year, you go check out the Main Street Leader, $9.95 a month, and just have one less coffee over at Starbucks or wherever you go. You've got to invest your time and your money in your future so that investment pays off someday and you look back and you're glad you did it. If you don't get your money back in your life and your career with $9.95 a month, there's something seriously wrong. That's investing $9 is, it's like you're going to learn something, I guarantee you, because all knowledge is important, and all knowledge you gain, you use later. in some situation now, a year from now, 2 years from now, because it gets stored up in your brain. So again, having us here, Jody may want to add to that conversation about what we learn, just being around each other this week, what we learned, some meetings we had with other people, what we learned, because learning is fun and it builds your self-confidence.
Well, here's one thing that I learned with the meetings that we've had with people is talking afterwards. Lee and I will have a meeting with someone, and then we'll talk about it. Well, what could you see happening here? So rather than just have the conversation, I think that's how you get more out of training, more out of meetings, is talk it over and say, what did you see? What did you learn? What did I miss?
Absolutely.
So Lee, that's the one other thing I want to talk about is so let's say we take the Performance Excellence course or the new Frontline Rules course. What do you do to make sure you're not just going through for entertainment or to check the box? When you watch a course like that or read the Main Street Leader, or you could even watch a YouTube video, how do you make sure you're getting the most out of that rather than just watch it for entertainment or to check the box and say, I've done it?
Yeah, well, I kind of committed myself to when I'm learning something, I think maybe it's just internally now, it's who I am. I'm looking for, oh, that's a good idea. How could I change that a little bit and put it in my business? I might be reading about an oil company or about an airline, and they're doing something. I say, oh, if we twisted that around and did it this way, we could put it in the coffee shop, or a survey, or just looking at, it doesn't have to be exactly your business, but there's an idea there that you change it a little bit, you make it better, and you implement it in your business. And you can't do that unless you know more. You've got to be reading. You've got to be keeping up to date. You've got to be spending your time in a way that you're, I always say we have no problem feeding our face, but we don't feed our brain. Your brain is hungry. Your brain wants it. It needs it. And by the way, if the better you feed your brain, the better the stuff that comes out of your mouth will be better. The thoughts you have, the relationships you will have. Literally, in fact, and probably in the end of the life, feeding your brain is more important than feeding your face. And you got to think about what you're putting in there, that you're putting in quality. And we believe we've created quality. We've created things that Jody and I've done. I've done it, Hilton, Marriott, Disney. They do it right. Do you want to know how to do it right? You can learn this. You don't have to not know. You can know. You can know what you want to know, and you can do what you want to do. And you can get over any insecurities you have. And you just start, and you be better every day. Be better every day, every day, every day, and you will be noticed. And you will be noticed for your knowledge, your attitude, your reliability, and the person that people want to work with, because you're the go-to person. You got to become the go-to person.
And Lee and I both started our careers on the front line, different industries in different ways. And Lee, I like to tell people that combined, we supervised 44,007 people.
There you go.
Now, Lee may have had the 44,000 and I had 7, but combined, I mean, it makes it sound better.
Yeah, and I didn't even supervise them. I just made sure they were happy. I picked the right people. We trained them, and we let them go. Most people want to do a good job. They will do a good job. In fact, if they're not doing a good job, it's probably my fault if they work in my organization. And if your people are not performing, it's probably your fault because you hired the wrong person, or you didn't train them, you don't treat them right. Let me tell you, we've often said the number one question you should ask yourself when you have a problem, is it my fault? And you will find mostly it is, in ways that if you're open with yourself, and you will find out, yeah, it's something you did or didn't do that caused this situation to happen. And you are the cure for it. You can make it better through leadership, management, customer service, ideas, knowledge. You can make it better. And so I hope you go out and do that.
And if you are interested in anything you heard Lee talk about, the individual courses, the whole suite of courses in the Cockerell Academy, or the Main Street Leader, you can find it all at cockerellacademy.com. So Lee, it's been fun to record in person with you for the first time. Lee and I have done in person before many times, but it's always just been audio only. And I finally warmed up to the idea of doing video. Sometimes, Lee, it works out doing things you don't like. Hopefully
It's
this
good.
is
I
one.
really enjoyed this. Let us know if you like this or not.
Yeah.
We don't care. We're going to do it anyway. So, but we'd love to hear back. There's times when you want to listen to it, and there's times when you may want to use it to show your employees or to talk about it or review it again. And also, you get to see all my books and my son's book and Valerie's new book, Manage Like a Mother. It's out now, and you can. Mothers are the best leaders in the world. So there's another way to learn. Thank you.
All right. Go to cockerellacademy.com to find anything we've talked about. Until next week, go out and create magic for others.